welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and with me is Holly. And today we are looking at and giving you our review of Stamp Swap, which is a Stonemaier game designed by Paul Salomon. Paul Salomon's game, Honey Buzz, has also been on the channel before, so make sure you stick around on the channel and check that out. But today we're looking at Stamp Swap. This is the board here. You can kind of see it's got some very vivid colors. You've got 3 rounds that helps you track the weekend of events. In this game, we are stamp collectors, and we are trying to collect and swap and create essentially the best palette of stamps based on several different scoring cards that will also come out every game. So those are going to be different every time. So there's the color, theme, size, and canceled cards. And then a finale card. Now, the first 4 I mentioned, you have to claim it during the game to score it. And the finale, everyone gets to score regardless of claiming it. So you've got these ticket tokens that you get to use, but you don't get enough to score all 4. So you have to kind of pick and choose which ones that you want to do. There's the first player token, which you can also kind of draft, because a lot of the game you're drafting stamps, and it's worth points at the end, or at the end of every day or every round as well. And so you keep track of your points on the board as you go. There's a lot of different stamp types. Like I said, there's the themes and, of course, the sizes of these stamps. So you can kind of look through here. These are actually longer ones, and they count as having 2 stamps on them. So it's like 2 square ones, which may or may not be the same kind. And then you've got foil stamps, which are even better and worth a lot of points just on their own, since they don't really fall into any other category. So those tend to go pretty fast when they come out. So there are a set of cards that come out, and you reveal a certain number, and then what's shown on the cards is what type of stamps are randomly going to come out for the pool that you're going to draft from in that day's round. So in addition to stamps, you're also able to draft certain cards. There are ongoing benefits type cards called specialists, and then you have exhibitor cards, which are going to be additional scoring cards that you can score for stamps you've placed on your own board. It is a little bit of polyomino game as well, because when you place the stamps, you want to build out from where you start, and you're going to get points based on the different scoring methods and cards you collect in terms of groups of same thing, or certain kinds of stamps on maybe the border of your own board, things like that. So there's a little bit of where you're going to place your stamps to kind of help give you your maximum score. That's pretty much kind of how this game plays through, and then final points are awarded at the end.
You didn't mention my favorite part.
Well, let's hear from Holly. What you got?
My favorite part is the drafting.
Yes. Drafting is fun.
Yeah, for the most part, I feel like I could have enjoyed it more. I feel like I should have enjoyed it more for what it is, but I did really, really like the drafting.
Yeah. If you like drafting games, this is certainly a really, really fun one. And, you pick 6 different things, and then from those 6 things, you're going to split those into 2 groups, kind of like I cut, you choose mechanism. And then from that, you're saying, I'm going to keep, one of these, and then the other players chooses the other, and but you don't know which one of them you're going to end up with.
And some of your cards rely on, they can let you do things as according to what you have in your swap pile, so to speak. Like if you don't have any face-up stamps or something like that, you can do a thing.
Right, and that's an important key on this, because sometimes during the pool creation of stamps, some of those stamps are face down, and they are not revealed until someone chooses them, and then they decide if they want to reveal them face up. But pretty much you keep them face down. If someone chooses that pile, because you don't really know what you're going to get from that. When you create your 2 piles, you kind of take turns from choosing one available pile from anybody's, available 2 piles. And, that's where you don't really know if they've created a pile of really good face down stamps that might have collected, or maybe really bad ones.
Or if they've tried to get one over on you and they have a pile of medium, they're both about the same, but this one has a 5-point thing in it and they're hoping you don't get it.
Or maybe you got lucky and one of the gold foil stamps is face down, and so you want to incentivize them like to take the ones that are face up. But if they risk it and go with the face down ones, then they might get a really high scoring gold foil stamp.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool mechanisms like that. I think the combination of that, the drafting and the I cut you choose, makes this a really interesting game. And then on top of that, placing those stamps themselves in your own board. Collectively, it's a great game, a combination of various game mechanisms that I think work really well together. The game doesn't play too long. I mean, it's probably 30 to 40 minutes. And I think the mechanisms work really well in conjunction with the theme of the game of stamp swapping and of, creating a stamp layout of your own collection. So I do think it does a lot of things really well, and I think the gameplay is really solid. I know you said you kind of came away with overall not as taken.
I really do enjoy the drafting part of it, and I know that's a big part of the game. Maybe it's because I've never been into stamps. Maybe I've never really had an interest.
I mean, that's
I don't know. I really don't. Like, that's what I was saying when we discussed it before. It's like, it's difficult when I can't pinpoint what I don't like about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, maybe it's just because it's not my particular subject matter,
Nothing
it just doesn't it doesn't really. I can do the drafting mechanic in other games, and that's what I like the most about it. So I don't know. It's just, and you know me, I love putting polyominoes on a board, but I don't know.
I think it was decent. I enjoyed the playthroughs that we did, and I think it's a solid game. Maybe not the strongest game in Stonemaier Games' lineup, but
maybe I'm subconsciously comparing to.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no. If you have things to say, please. I think it's a well-designed game. I don't know what I would change to necessarily make it any better. Like I said, it's colorful. It themes really well, but maybe if the theme itself is not drawn particularly to you, then it's fun, but it's not like a must-have.
Right. I mean, the art is cute.
Yeah.
It's just not groundbreaking for me.
Overall fun game. Not a must-have, but maybe try it. Try it before you buy it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say definitely give it a go before, because I would have, like, if it was on Kickstarter and something and I saw it, I probably would have been like, ooh, just because of the draft mechanic. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to mix up the gameplay other than what stamps come out, and that's the cards. The different abilities you can get with the specialists.
Maybe we got some cards that I wasn't like a fan of.
Yeah, and those tend to go pretty fast as well, as far as people choosing those over stamps. So I think there's a lot of opportunity and possibilities with this game. But maybe your mileage will vary depending on how interesting the theme is. Maybe it integrates those mechanisms so well into the theme that, like, if now you just feel like a stamp collector and you're not interested in stamp collecting, you feel like, okay, well, that was fun, but why did I collect stamps? I don't know.
I think you're trying to, like, diagnose my inner psyche here.
I know, right? I'm like trying to figure out why you don't like it. You always say, I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. That's cool.
It's just one of those things. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know.
So I give it 1 thumbs up. Holly gives it a
Yeah. We played it.
Yeah. But we enjoyed playing it together, and that's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters. Yeah.
Getting people together.
I did get to see how much everybody else enjoyed it really well.
Yeah.
I'm the anomaly. I'm the outlier on this one.
Playing with us.
Yeah, I'm definitely the outlier on this one.
Yeah.
We had a friend that that said at first that she didn't want to play it because she said, I know I'm gonna like it and I don't want to. And she did end up liking it. So
it's really funny. Well, that's been our thoughts on Stamp Swap. Make sure to check out the unboxing video as well to see more of the components and close-ups and that sort of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching the channel. Make sure to check out our other videos and content, including more reviews and tutorials and even board gaming news that we've covered. And I even wrote a book. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description. So if you want to learn about board game terminology and what's going on in the board gaming world today, I wrote a dictionary. It's called Push Your Luck, the Board Game Dictionary. So check it out on Amazon. But until the next video, thanks for watching. I've been Jared.
I'm Holly.
Bye-bye.